Of the 3 Mario 3D adventures featured in the Nintendo Switch All-Stars collection, Super Mario Galaxy is the one that feels the least like just a port and has been tweaked enough to actually feel like it belongs on the new console. When the collection was first unveiled, my first thought was, okay, how are motion controls going to work in Galaxy? My immediate assumption was the game would only be playable using undocked Joy-Con, even going as far as making you play in tabletop mode on the Switch Lite. I couldn't be happier to be wrong. Let's start with Mario's spin attack. To perform the move on Nintendo Wii, you had to shake the Wiimote, and that was your only option. On the Nintendo Switch version, shaking the right Joy-Con does still make Mario spin, or you can simply press the Y button, which of course translates to docked Joy-Con in handheld mode and even the Pro Controller. That's right, no more wrist damage trying to get Mario to attack a Goomba, or spring from a star. It all just happens now at the press of a button. Thank goodness. The spin move change is great, and solving it with a button press is a no-brainer, but I was actually a little bit more worried about how the pointer cursor would make the leap. You know, the thing that collects star bits, shoots star bits at the enemies, and even enables Mario to enter levels. Well, luckily, controllers have evolved quite a bit since 2005. They don't need a light bar to know where the thing is pointing anymore. So that's basically it. By simply moving the right Joy-Con around, the cursor will track around on the screen, pretty darn accurately as well. If you're using a Pro Controller, it's the same deal. Just move the entire controller around and the cursor will follow. If the cursor gets unruly, simply tap the right bumper to recenter it at any time. The only time the motion controls deviate is when playing in handheld mode because it would require you to move the entire screen. Luckily, Nintendo thought of this as well and actually enabled touch controls to work within the game. Sliding your finger around on the screen moves the cursor, you can tap to shoot star bits, and you can also just touch the little warp stars when needed. You can even tap a star to enter a level if you really wanted to. Not only is this a great addition for super accurate star bit shots, but it also makes the game feel like it was actually designed for Nintendo Switch and not just ported over with little to no additions. Of course, leaving your right Joy-Con to use touch controls can take a little bit of getting used to, as it technically forces you to choose between moving your cursor and jumping or using your spin attack. And that's it. I think it's pretty safe to say that Super Mario Galaxy's journey from the Nintendo Wii over to the Switch is not only an elegant one, but has now given us the absolute definitive way to play one of Mario's best 3D adventures. For more on Mario 3D All-Stars, check out our in-depth analysis of the whole collection, or see why I personally don't love the Super Mario 64 port that found its way onto Nintendo Switch. And of course, for everything else Mario, keep it here on IGN.